The president's pick for Labor Secretary Andy Puzder now facing growing uncertainty after reports that 4 Republicans are withholding their support for the nominee. Republican Senators Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, Susan Collins of Maine, Tim Scott of South Carolina, and Johnny Isakson of Georgia. All of them say they have some outstanding questions for Mr. Puzder and have not said whether they will back him. If they do not, he will not get the votes necessary for confirmation. So it's kind of hanging out there a little bit. Joining me now, former Massachusetts Senator Scott Brown. Scott, thanks as always. Before I get to that, I've got to ask you about the whole Michael Flynn situation. Hearing today that he was fired and it was all about a lack of trust. How do you think it's been handled?
Well, initially, I don't think it was handled well. He gave representations to the vice president. The vice president relied on those representations, went out on the air and made representations to the American public, which in turn turned out to be wrong. I think he did the right thing, whether he resigned or fired. Bottom line is he's out of the picture. And this is not unprecedented. It has happened with other people throughout other administrations. The important thing now is to move forward. But what I'm noticing, and the thing that I'm more concerned about, as was referenced in the press conference, is the amazing amount of leaks coming out of the intelligence community that are directly affecting this administration, because there seems to be a clear agenda still that they haven't gotten over the election, and they want not only to take down as many people as they can, but they want to go directly after the president as well.
It may be, if it's not the intelligence community, it's someone within the White House who's not a big fan of the Trump administration. That could be a possibility too, right?
Sure could, and that's why it's important to get not only all these cabinet secretaries, but the ambassadorships, all the directors, and everyone else filled. And I have to be honest with you: is this Ashley? Is this the new standard? How to basically delay and prohibit an American president from doing his job? He just delay. Because what goes around comes around. Thank Harry Reid for reducing the amount of votes needed to approve these people. But if it's a Democrat president, we're going to be in the same situation. Unfortunately, I think, yes, the Democrats are setting a new standard, and it's not a good standard for our country.
Well, with talking about delay, we now have 4 Republicans expressing a little doubt about Andy Puzder as Labor Secretary. What's all that about? Is it fear of a backlash from unions because he's anti, minimum wage of $15? What do you think? What's work here?
Well, that could be certainly play a role. Unions are very powerful in Washington, D.C. The lobbyists are incredibly persuasive, especially in Maine and Alaska and obviously Georgia, and I'm not sure where the other state was. But bottom line is you have strong unions down there. What I heard them say, and what I'm understanding what you said, is that they need more information. So that tells me, if I was in charge or representing those handlers who are going around, I'd immediately get on the phone and take as long as I could in those offices and sit down and provide any and all information, because you referenced it properly. If, in fact, we don't get those Republican supporters, it's unlikely that a self-made, hard-charging businessman who understands private business for once actually is going to not get this job, and that's sad.
All right. Well, let's hope that does not happen. Senator Brown, thank you so much.